Right, well, I'm live. Hi everybody. It's Sunday. It's Catchy Pop Song Sunday. I'm going to play for you some of the catchiest pop songs that I have written, in my opinion. You know, to be fair, they're not really pop songs like Adele or Christina Aguilera or anything. They're more pop rock songs. You know, like old people do. Oh, speaking of old people, yes, this is the very last day that I will refer to myself as being 57 years old, because in a matter of hours, I will spend my first day as a 58-year-old. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, they don't give you a handbook. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. And, well, I'm still 2 minutes early. I might as well just stand here and yap about things. So, how's the weather where you are? There's nobody here yet, so. Anyway, you'll see my disclaimer. Oh, it's over there. That's funny. My disclaimer about my laptop crashing. So, if the laptop crashes, you can always find I will send you if the laptop crashes, I will send everybody who shows up here a copy of this video here. I'm recording it on my phone to archive it. It's surprisingly a much better quality than this. But who's a stickler? Apparently I am. I wanted a better quality archive. 129. Well, when it gets to 130, I will begin the song. I can tell you about this song. This is something I wrote in 2013, and I don't know where I got it. I get those ideas in my head. It's like a sentence, and it contains opposites. People love opposites, but they hate them too. See what I did there? Well, this is called She's a Loud Thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. That's not part of the title, but you'll hear it. I'm about to play it. So, let's do this, shall we? She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. Cover your brain up when she enters your room. And if you can't stand logic, well, then you're facing doom. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. Listen to her ponder. You can hear the gears grind. Well, maybe that's weird, but that's how she was designed. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker. And she talks in a whisper all the time. Strange as it is, this paradox is very refreshing to see in a world of people who don't think at all. She's a beautiful devotee. Now if your head hurts, stop complaining today. Quit She's a loud thinker, and she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker, and she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker, and she talks in a whisper all the time. She's a loud thinker, she's a loud thinker, and she talks in a whisper all the time. Yeah, she may not be saying those words, but you know she's thinking them. Yeah, right? Afternoon coffee is sometimes way more satisfying than morning coffee. It has less of a function, though. I need the morning coffee, but I enjoy the afternoon coffee. Anyway. On to the second song. The second song is a recent one. I wrote it this year, recorded it. It is on an album that I like to call Bossa Novish, because all the songs on that album are in a bossa nova style. I won't call them actual bossa novas because not sure I'm qualified to do actual bossa novas. But I wrote this song about feeding chickens. A bit of a story behind that. Feeding chickens? Well, anyway, I sort of made up a word. The word is doot, and that's short for duty. When we feed our chickens here, we call it chicken duty. So we shortened it to doot. Doing the doot to us means feeding the chickens. They're out there, look. See, you can't see them. I can't see them. So I wrote this song called The Doot Waits for No Man, and it's about just the sheer repetitiveness of doing that chore every day, because the chickens have to eat every day. How very inconvenient. And all they give us is, well, free eggs, which is actually pretty good. So here's my quick little silly bossa nova called The Doot Waits for No Man. There's a doot to be done, and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot, and the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. But when there's doot to be done, there's doot to be done, there's doot to be done. Well, I'm gonna be the luckiest, lucky one, lucky one, lucky one. It's a great big chunk of my daily plan, daily plan, daily plan. Cause everybody knows, yeah, that the doot waits for no man. There's a doot to be done, and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot, and the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. It hangs over me like a tree every day, oh, every day. Impossible for me to get away, get away, get away. There's a doot to be done, and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot, and the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Yeah. There's a doot to be done, and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot, and the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. So tighten the belt, it's the hand I was dealt. I was dealt, I was dealt. My cool head is starting to melt. It's starting to melt, it's starting to melt. When you gotta do a doot, you gotta do a doot, you gotta do a doot, do a doot. Then the only thing that is left is to put on your big boy doot suit. There's a doot to be done and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot in the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. There's a doot to be done and I gotta do a doot. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Oh, and I gotta do the doot in the doot's gotta be done. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. I gotta do the doot in the doot yard. Yes. I don't know why I made that song so frantic, because it's not terribly exciting and frantic feeding chickens. It's kind of boring. But I don't care. It's time for coffee again. I have many songs about coffee. I did a whole EP of them in 2014. One day, I will play all those songs while drinking coffee. Maybe in between drinking coffee. Maybe not while drinking coffee. I mean, I suppose I could. I mean, technically I can play while drinking coffee, but it's hard to sing while you're drinking coffee. Unless you're gargling, I suppose. And then, are you really drinking it? These are the things that vex me so. Anyway, on to the next song. When I made this song list a few days ago, I was trying to think of my catchiest pop songs, and this one normally wouldn't have made the list, but I played it live so many times and people seem to like it a lot. And it always surprises me when somebody likes one of my songs a lot. Mostly because it's not the song that I like a lot. You know, it's like it's just a throwaway song, but then people like it and you're like, well, maybe there's something to that song. My answer to that is, I've got no idea. Which, coincidentally, is the name of this song. I got no idea, and that's not such a terrible thing, 'cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. See, now I gotta remember the words. I'm glad there's nobody here. Oh yeah, I remember now. As soon as you think you know exactly what's going on, well, that's the moment you know that all the other views have gone. I've got no idea, and that's not such a terrible thing, 'cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. Well, facts come at me from all sides in clumsiness or precision. I'm not jumping to any conclusion or making a rash decision. I've got no idea, and that's not such a terrible thing, 'cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. Someone wants me to think one way, and someone else wants me to not. Everyone wants me to be the judge, but judgment is the one thing I haven't got. I've got no idea, and that's not such a terrible thing, 'cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. Even such a terrible thing. 'Cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. I've got no idea, and that's not such a terrible thing. 'Cause I'm open to all possibilities of what the future could bring. Yeah. The origins of that song I trace back to my fascination with learning about Buddhism. And there was a thing I read in passing that talks about not knowing, and being comfortable with not knowing is a way to ease your suffering. And I thought, less suffering? Sounds good to me. So there's not much I truly know, or not much that I would admit to truly knowing. Except for this next song was written in 2010. And I went to Starbucks one day and the barista was asking how things were going or apologizing for the drink taking so long. That was it. And I said, don't worry. You're basically putting time in a cup. And I thought, time in a cup. That's fascinating. So this song came out of that conversation. I wrote the lyrics after I got my coffee and sat down. Now I'll see if I can sing it. All this stuff in my throat. Stupid weather, I'm telling you. I'm stirring up time in a cup. 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 Curator of the museum, a historian of prior emotion. She ferries the guilt of the past across the deepest waters of devotion. I'm stirring up time in a cup. 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 Well, perched on the shore is a merchant, and the future hangs from his belt. But she is perfectly placed in his blind spot as the hours and the minutes melt. I'm stirring up time in a cup. 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 Well, he looks forward, she looks back, and the river just laughs at them both. 'Cause the opposing forces working here are but a further breeding ground for growth. Well, she'll take a drink and be dizzy. He'll take a drink and be dizzy. They'll take a drink and be dizzy. Yeah, they'll take a drink and be dizzy. Yeah, I'm stirring up time in a cup. 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 Yeah. I'm stirring up time in a cup. I'm stirring up time in a cup. I'm stirring up time in a cup. But I'm stirring up time in a cup. I'm stirring something up. I don't know if it's thyme in a cup or anything. But, who knows? 8.5 minutes, maybe. 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Can I do 2 more? Yes, why not? So, this one is called When You Hear the Angels, and it was inspired by a trip to the grocery store where my wife and I swore we saw zombies. Now, it sounds like it's a bit whimsical, but it's not really whimsical. It was kind of terrifying, actually. But you've seen people in the grocery store like that. I'm sure you have. So, oh, hang on a second. I might have to let a cat out of the room. She is, all right, fine, go under there. I didn't know there was a cat in the room when I started this. In a zombie crowd, a sunbeam piercing the darkest cloud, a sharp mind in an ignorant room, one tall daisy in a field of gloom. When you hear the angels, you should clear your head and think of all the goodness and allow it to spread. An honest man in a mega church, one oak tree in a forest of birch, a shred of truth in a ton of lies. Times like these, that's no surprise. When you hear the angels, you should clear your head and think of all the goodness and allow it to spread. Well, don't ever fall prey to those who will stray. When they try to get close, just push them away. One simple word can offer you protection if you arrive at that intersection. Now, where was that intersection again? I remember. It was Highland Avenue and Wrightsboro Road in Augusta, Georgia. Yep. Soul down at City Hall, or a genius walking through the mall. There's always a chance to make things right when the fires of dissent ignite. Ah, when you hear the angels, you should clear your head and think of all the goodness and allow it to spread. Yeah, when you hear the angels, you should clear your head and think of all the goodness and allow it to spread. Honest man in a mega church. Hey, managed to get through that without much incident. At least no zombies appeared, but a cat did, and then the cat quickly disappeared. So I got some golden for this last song. This last song I wrote last year after spending too much time on the internet and reading too many stories about all kinds of things that are just unbelievably ridiculous. So the phrase, "people ruin everything," came to mind, and I thought, now's as good a time as any to write that. So this is called "People Ruin Everything." We can't have nice things, so why even bother with a dream? Someone always ends up envious, inventing some kind of scheme. We can't all see the science and how the universe arranges, 'cause everybody thinks they know it all, but nothing ever changes. Hey! People ruin everything, everything, everything. People ruin everything, 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 every single time. Truth about the keys to better health, 'cause how could it benefit anyone without generating wealth? People ruin everything, everything, everything. People ruin everything, everything, everything. Can't believe a word, 'cause the facts get all congealed. Behind the scenes on the news are nothing but backroom deals. People ruin everything, everything, everything. 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 Oh, every single time. People ruin everything, everything, everything. People ruin everything, everything, everything. Yeah, every single time. My name is Chris Hardy, and it's the day before my birthday, and I thank you for watching. Yeah. Look, I got 8 seconds left. I'm out. I'll see you when I'm 58.